This is Shelley Craft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Sprott, Stansberry, Vancouver Natural Resource Symposium 2015. I have with me Eira Thomas, Kaminak Gold Corporation. It's a publicly traded company, symbol KAM on the TSX Venture. Ladies and gentlemen, Eira, welcome to SNNLive.
Thank you very much for having me, Shelley.
It's good to have you. Let's get an overview of the company, if you would.
Sure. Kaminak is a publicly traded development track gold company. Our project is located in the Yukon, Canada. And basically, since about 2010, we've been evaluating a structurally hosted hydrothermal gold system that now amounts to over 4 million ounces. And we're currently at the feasibility stage with an aim of actually achieving gold production by 2019.
What are some of the elephants in the district?
Well, I mean, this belt, we're part of what is considered the Tintina Gold Belt that stretches across the Yukon-Alaska border. And you may be familiar with many large porphyry-style deposits that are in that belt. However, our project is quite distinct and different in that we're evaluating something which has a smaller footprint and is generally higher grade. The other really interesting thing about our project is that a large portion of our resource is weathered or oxidized, so it's amenable to heap leaching. So we are looking to build an approximately sort of 11-year mine life open pit heap leach mine in just about 130 kilometers south of Dawson City, and we'll be producing on average about 167,000 ounces per year over that 11-year mine life.
So how long has Kaminak been around?
Kaminak has actually been around since 2005, but we originally acquired the KAM.V project, that's the name of our project, back in 2009, and we drilled the discovery hole in 2010. So since that time, we've completed almost 250,000 meters of drilling. And you know, the big development for our project and the company came in 2014 when we undertook and completed our first preliminary economic analysis of the KAM.V deposits.
How long have you been with the company?
I myself have been with the company for about 2.5 years now. Joined as the company was starting to think about taking this project from an exploration type opportunity to one that basically will progress right through to development and put us into production.
You know, you seem like you have big company background. You know, you're not a, you know, when I talk to CEOs, usually they're talking about the dirt more, but
I've had a lot of time in this business. I originally started my career in gold, then went into diamonds, and then came back into gold. But I also sit on Canada's largest energy company board, so I do have some large company experience as well.
So out of all of the companies you could have been involved in, what drove you most to Kaminak?
You know, I knew a number of the principals and the directors, so certainly that was attractive, and they were in need of someone that had experience in taking projects through feasibility. So it kind of fit certainly my experience. I liked the fact that it was located in Western Canada in the north. I've spent almost my entire career working north of 60, so it's an environment that I understand. And really, it came down to the geology. When I had a look at the results that Kaminak had been coming up with since 2010, I was very impressed, and I really felt that this project had the potential to be world-class. So I really viewed it as an exciting opportunity to get in on the ground floor of what I think is going to be one of Canada's most important gold producers.
So are you a geologist?
I am a geologist.
I had a feeling. So what's your total background?
Pretty much that. I'm a geologist, but I started my career, as I said, in diamonds, working in the Northwest Territories when Canada's first entered the diamond business. So that was a very exciting time to be involved in the discovery of a new mining commodity for the country. And I spent a fair bit of time, you know, in the diamond space, and continue to still have some exposure there, but have come back to gold, sort of full circle from where I started, and really felt that given where we were in the commodity cycle, that there was really a huge amount of potential in the gold space.
So when you talk about the commodity cycle, it's on the downslope.
Absolutely.
But it can't stay down forever. Am I right? You know that. to be
Yeah.
a fact. So you think you're kind of trending in the right direction now.
Absolutely, and the best thing about our coffee project is that it actually works in the current gold environment. And you know, a lot of companies have great long-term projects, but really are challenged in the current price environment. Coffee is not one of those. Our project works at $1,100 gold, and you know, we've got high margins. Our all-in sustaining costs on this project are going to be under $700 an ounce US. And it delivers very robust economics overall. So we're fortunate that way.
What was the inspiration behind you becoming a geologist?
Well, you know, it's pretty straightforward. I actually pretty much grew up in this business. My father was a mining engineer, and he started his career in Canada in Sudbury. He was transferred to the Northwest Territories to work at the Giant gold mine, and so our family really got, you know, exposure at an early age. So I have lots of childhood memories of running around the tundra, prospecting with my father. He eventually started his own exploration business, and he is, you know, one of Canada's great mining entrepreneurs. So I come about it honestly.
So you went camping at the camp.
I went camping at the camp, yes.
So you love what you're doing.
I love what I do. I mean, you know, what I really, I guess, learned from a very young age is that, you know, mineral exploration can be very exciting and very rewarding, but I also learned from a young age how challenging it is. And as a good friend of mine who's also a woman in the mining industry, Catherine McLeod-Seltzer, is often fond of saying, you know, the household dinner conversation is really evolving around rocks and stocks. That's kind of the main subject matter at dinner, and I could very much relate to that. And as these cycles ebb and flow, you know, some days you come home and you know, in Catherine's case, her father's putting in a pool in the backyard because times are good and things are going well. A week later you could come home and all the equipment's gone away and the temperature in the house is lower and everybody's requested to put on a sweater because we're not wasting money on electricity. So I very much relate to that experience, and I think you kind of have to have stoicism to be in this business, and I think you have to have had some exposure to both the good and the bad to really you know, and ultimately survive and do well in this business.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eira Thomas, Kaminak Gold Corporation. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is KAM on the TSX Venture. I'm Shelley Crabb. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the Sprott Stansberry Vancouver Natural Resource Symposium 2015. Eira, thanks for coming on to SNN
Thank you
Live.
very much. Pleasure.